Ranbir was one actor that I always wanted to work with, and I honestly feel that I have manifested this. I want to see a very Beauty and the Beast kind of an image of you and this character. And I would like to explore something, but only if you're comfortable. And I said, sir, if it's the requirement of the script, I would do it. And they made sure that I was comfortable. There were literally 4 people on set: me, Ranveer, Sandeep sir, and the DOP. All the monitors were shut. They made sure that I was in a comfortable space. I was comfortable doing what I was doing. I spoke to people around me who've gone through this, and then they were like, listen, this is a part of it. This is a part of your life, and it's going to, you're going to be dealing with this a lot more in life. So you better get used to it. She's the sweetest person on set. Like, she made me feel welcomed, and there was no awkwardness. Usually, when there are 2 heroines in the film, there's always that energy. There was nothing. She was just so brilliant.
For all film-related interviews, reviews, and content, please like and subscribe to Pooja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Triptii, many congratulations. And you know what? They're calling you the national crush. Reading the headlines.
Sorry, I missed the last.
Reading the headlines. Are you reading the headlines?
I am. And I'm very happy. I honestly didn't expect it at all. I thought, okay, I've been a part of a good film and it'll be good. That was exactly what I was expecting, but it's gone way beyond my expectations, and I'm getting so much love and appreciation from people. And this is something that excites you as an actor and motivates you to do better in life. And that's what is my takeaway also from this experience. And yeah, I'm very happy.
And also the fact that, that Zoya, her screen time may not have been as expansive as the others, but she left a mark.
Yeah.
Also, did you expect that Zoya would be that character when it came to you?
Actually, that is something that my director told me when he was, he approached me for the film. He said, I see it as a very important and integral, I see Zoya as a very integral part of the story. And honestly, at the time, he only described Zoya to me. I knew nothing about what the story is and, how my character is going to enter and what is the kind of impact it's going to have on the audience. Nothing. He just told me that this is a girl and it's a negative part, but I want you to play it with full honesty. I don't want to see one bit of dishonesty in Zoya. When she's approaching the guy, I want to see love in her eyes for Vijay. And no, like, audiences should not feel that he's here as a negative part. And that, for me, I was like, okay, this is challenging because, when you think of playing a negative character, you're like, okay, you have a certain template that you want to follow. But this was completely opposite of that. And that really, made me excited to play it. But I didn't know, honestly, that it would leave such an impact on the audience. And I'm happy that it did. I'm happy that people connected with Zoya and what she was going through internally, because I remember having this discussion with my director. I said, at the end of the day, she's also, look at the kind of people she's involved with. She must be having so much inside of her that her life is also at stake and she has to do her job. So we discussed all of that, and I'm so glad that it translated on screen.
And the fact that I've known you from your first film.
Yeah, I remember our first interview.
And I have interviewed you for all your remaining. With this, I actually felt that you somewhere had shed your inhibitions. You, in a way, just bared yourself as a person and as an actor on screen without giving any thought. This is what is it. Was it really that? And also somewhere, you are well aware, became cast in those kind of roles as a Bulbul Kara, Kalaki, ye aise karti hai, those very angsty driven roles. This also, of course, but you just wanted to break that mold that you were cast. Was that the thought?
I think from the very beginning, when I started off as an actor, this was my motive. I wanted to do anything and everything because, I feel being an actor is a very special gift. I feel in one life, you get to live like so many lives, and that is, such a wonderful gift from God. And that is why, every time I choose a project, I'm like, I don't want to be playing a similar character. I want to do something different. I want to do something that challenges me, challenges my belief system. I might get something that I don't believe in as Tripti, but I would want to do it. I would want to understand what's going on in that person's head, even if that person is doing something very wrong, say, which doesn't fit the moral compass of, Tripti. But I would still want to explore that side. And yeah, it's been challenging. When I was offered the role, I was like, okay, it is challenging, but it's going to be fun to play her. And it was a lot of fun. It was fun to, I think every character you play, it leaves some part of them with you as a person. And I think that has also happened with Zoya, even though I had like very few days to explore her. But yeah, she has left a mark.
I'm sure. And your chemistry with Ranbir, I mean, it's quite the talk. I'm saying like most sizzling, scorching, and what electrifying, the kind of adjectives being attached to it. What was it like working with him? And
It
was
was,
it's fire, basically.
Since I became an actor, this Ranbir was one actor that I always wanted to work with. And I honestly feel that I have manifested this because I do respect his, craft and the command he has on his craft. And I just want to be as good as him because he's just so brilliant in what he does. And on set, so first day I was really nervous because obviously I've always been a big fan of him. So, standing bang across him, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to perform, with Ranbir Kapoor? And but he was just so sweet. He could see that I was nervous. He could see it, and he was just so sweet about it because he was like, "Are you nervous?" I said, "Yeah, I'm nervous." And he's like, "Don't worry. First day we only had montages, so he's like, it's just a montage. Don't worry, we'll do it properly." And then once it was done, he was like, "Okay, done." So he was like, he was just giving me confidence and saying like, "This is easy. Don't worry. I'm here if you need." And he's very observant. Like every time I wanted to say something, and when you're nervous, you don't know whether you're going to say the right thing or the wrong thing, so you want to keep your opinion to yourself. But he could see through it, and he would be like, "Do you want to say something? If you want to say something, say it." And he was just very, very, very supportive as a co-actor, and I would say that he is the best co-actor that I've had. Like very giving, even in my takes, he was giving it. He was giving his 100% in my takes. So yeah.
Also, a lot of your fans are like, how come Tripti was so bold? There's certain scenes like,
yeah.
How tough for an actor is it to getting intimate on screen? Because they do have intimacy directors and people in that. But I know it's very mechanical, but the viewer does not understand. And you were so convincing. They were like, "Fire, such mein,"
The first time I experienced something like that was in Bulbul when I had the rape scene. And somewhere I had to tell myself that this is not me, this is this person. And it's not happening to me, it's happening to this person. And the day I signed the film, I have to, make sure that I give everything that the director wants from me, whether it's Anvita, whether it's Sandeep sir. And this is something that Sandeep sir told me on the very first day, that I want to see a very Beauty and the Beast kind of an image of you and this character. And I would like to explore something, but only if you're comfortable. And I said, sir, if it's the requirement of the script, I would do it. And they made sure that I was comfortable. There were literally 4 people on set, me, Ranveer, Sandeep sir, and the DOP. All the monitors were shut. They made sure that I was in a comfortable space. I was comfortable doing what I was doing. And that is very important. When you are given that kind of support on set, then you don't feel awkward at all. So yes, there was no awkwardness about it. And I didn't know, yes, how it would be received. And honestly, there are mixed reviews on the scene, but I look at it as, I'm an actor, and I think acting for me is here. When I chose to be an actor, I didn't ask anybody. I wanted to do it. And even today and going forward, I would want to do what I want to do as an actor. And I think it's completely, when you sign something, you have to be completely honest with it and with the character and with the film. And that's what I aim to do in life. Whatever the character demands, I would do it. It's my responsibility as an actor.
Absolutely. But I personally feel it takes a lot of mental strength, Tripti,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
firstly, you are letting yourself out for judgment on screen.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
there is the judgment off screen. आपने
Off
अपने
screen,
काम
there's a
पर-
lot of judgment. Yeah,
So I think, are you that mentally strong person? Like, itna, you've just done your job and maybe you're on to the next chapter.
yeah.
So people will not let you forget. You have Google karoge, scroll karoge, and you're like,
Oh,
talk
yeah,
about my
yeah.
work, but it's the scene you're talking about.
बट मुझे ना किसी ने बहुत अच्छी बात बोली शुरू में एक्चुअली आई वाज गेटिंग डिस्टर्ब विद सम ऑफ द कमेंट्स एंड आई वाज लाइक व्हाई आरंट दे गेटिंग इट लाइक it's not this, it's something else. Why can't they see through it? And then someone told me, like, listen, nobody is spared. The day you become an actor, the day you choose to become an actor, you're, letting yourself out in the world. And there will be people who will come, and they are entitled to their opinions. I mean, they will have something to say, and it's up to you how you take it. So you can either, focus on the 80% good reviews, or you can focus on the 20% bad reviews. It's up to you how you deal with it. And first day, I was a little taken aback because I have, touch wood, in my life, hardly faced any criticism. Like every time any film of mine has come out, there have been mostly good reviews about me. And this time it was, I would say 80-20, but I was not used to that 20 also. I was used to 99% good reviews and that 1% of bad reviews. So it did bother me a little, but then I spoke to people around me who've gone through this, and then they were like, listen, this is a part of it. This is a part of your life, and it's going to, you're going to be dealing with this a lot more in life. So you better get used to it. And yeah, I was fine after that. I was like, okay, I'm going to focus on the positive ones and leave the negative ones aside, because as long as I know I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm fine. I'm only answerable to myself.
Absolutely, you just played a character who's doing that something. Instead of judging the character, they judge the actor, and also
Yeah.
the hypocrisy. We are more tough on our women. Than
Yes. Yes. Why isn't, like, both of us are in the same? Why is everybody
fully bare and
on me? Exactly.
oh, I mean, a male actor can have his shirt off, but a woman will have a cleavage, so then she's going to be judged. But oh
Exactly.
yeah, but also Sandeep, Vanga Reddy's cinema is over the top, and he
Yes.
portrays it in a certain way. There is violence. Were you aware of that? But that's his narrative.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
or not. But as an actor, do you judge your director's work, or you just go in with the script and?
I try not to judge, because this is something we learn in acting class. The day you start judging your character and your story, you won't be able to be completely honest to it. And this was the first lesson we were taught in our acting class. And since that day, I have made it my motto that, whatever comes your way, just trust it fully, because they say that you have to act like, your character's lawyer. That if someone points a finger at your character, you have to be ready with 10 things to say to them, and defend your character. So no, I didn't judge, because I thought if I would judge, I won't do justice. And anyways, I have a little screen time, and I want to be as honest as I can in that time, and that's what I did.
अभी तो एनिमल पार्क भी आने वाली है. Were you all
Animal Park, huh?
all anticipating ये होगा?
Let's see.
She's not saying anything here, but it's interesting. आपकी next film है विक्की विद्या का वो वाला वीडियो.
Video, yeah.
फिलहाल तो लोग विजय और जोया का वो वाला वीडियो का बात कर रहे हैं. Some strange content. So tell me a bit about that, because you have quite a lot happening. You have Anand Tiwari's next, Mehboob Mere Sanam. So tell me a bit about this. What can we expect? Another side of
it's a completely different genre that I have explored. Again, I wanted to do something very different after Kala and Bulbul, and it is quite different from all those films, and Animal, of course. So yeah, it's going to be a fun watch, I would say. People are gonna laugh, people are gonna cry, which is what we aim to do with the Anand Sir's film. And I'm very excited for it. It's going to come out soon. So yeah, I'm very, very excited about it. And initially when I started off, there were 3 actors that I wanted to work with. It was Ranbir, Vicky, and Raj. And I was like, wow, God always listens.
बता दो या कैसे मैनिफेस्ट करती हो?
Believe in manifestations.
You know, I mean, also, I just feel, Tripti, that you finally come into your own, because since we've been talking for 5 years now.
Yeah.
Finally come into your own. What has been actually your biggest struggle and challenge to prove that, hey, यहाँ हूँ मैं?
I think I take it easy. That is something that I I didn't plan it that way, but it just came to me. I was like, I want to take it easy. I don't want to, because I look at acting as a part of my life. There's much more to life. There's your family, there's your friends, there's your work, and acting is my work. So I can't give my 90% to something and my 5% to other things. I want to balance it out. And I think this is the reason why I have been able to detach myself from the outcome. There were times where I didn't have work for a long period, like 2 years, 3 years, and nothing interesting was coming my way, but I didn't go negative in that zone. I thought, okay, if I'll keep on trying, that is all I can do. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to give my 100% even when I'm off screen. And someday it'll happen. And it happened.
Awesome, because I do see you're not there in your face,
Yeah.
spamming with Insta post, मैं gym गई, मैं airport जा रही हूँ. There's no
No.
over PR. FOMO नहीं होता आपकी industry में लोगों को FOMO हो
No,
जाता है.
because I want a simple life, and I know it's very contradicting to what I'm doing in life, but I want to balance it out. I think balance is something that is really important in life, and I aim to, find that balance with my work and with my personal life. And I think it is going to be challenging. It's going to be difficult. Abhi tak there was not much noise about me as an actor. Now that there is, I have not felt the difference as yet. But yeah, my aim is to just balance it out because I don't want to lose Tripti, in all of this.
Anamika, मेरे को बताओ एक quirks that you've observed about Ranbir, about Rashmika, about Bobby and Anil.
So I didn't get to work with the Bobby sir or Bobby sir I've worked with in Poster Boys.
Yeah.
And abhi tak Animal mein I only got to work with Ranbir. Rashmika was there only for that day, and she's the sweetest person on set. Like, she made me feel welcomed, and there was no awkwardness. Usually, when there are two heroines in the film, there's always that energy. There was nothing. She was just so brilliant, and she just came to me, gave me a hug, and she was like, come sit with us, and this and that. She could also see that I was awkward a little, but she just made me feel welcomed, and I think that is such a beautiful quality to have. So that is what I would say about Rashmika. And about Ranbir, he's again the sweetest. He's someone who wants to ask a lot of questions. Like, he wants to know a lot about a person he's with. So he does ask a lot of questions, and not in a he's just curious, I would say. So that, yeah.
And Vicky, what have you observed about him?
Vicky is fun. I mean, he wants to enjoy his time on set. Everything he's doing, he just wants to have a lot of fun with it. And he's also amazing as a co-actor. I mean, I have been, touchwood, blessed with good co-actors and a good team.
So when they call you the national crush, your reaction now?
I was obviously happy about it. You feel happy. Yeah, I was happy. I was very, very happy. My friends are sending me all the memes and all the posts, and they're like, oh my God, how do we deal with this?
They say when you become a meme, you've arrived.
That's what. They're sending me all my funny memes, all, good ones. And I'm like, okay, you are enjoying it more than me. So good luck.
Absolutely. And lastly, what would it be like if your characters, Leila, Zoya, Bulbul, and Kala were to meet? Kaisi party hogi? Would you want to be part of that party?
I would love to be a part of that party. I would sit in the middle and judge all of them, which I didn't do while I was acting. So I would want to judge them now.
What would Kala say to Zoya actually if they were to meet?
I think Kala is very awkward as a person. She won't have anything to say to Zoya. And Zoya also is very reserved in that sense. So I don't think they would have a very good conversation. They won't have.
To basically.
They need Bulbul, yeah. They need Bulbul of the second half.
Triptii, wonderful talking to you, and many, many congratulations, because, it's really nice to see your growth from the time we met for Laila Majnu until now. So good luck. Looking forward to your other films.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.